Hello, friends. Happy Monday. Much later than usual, but we're rolling with it because, life life happens. It is summertime. Kids are home. Well, one kid is home. My only current kiddo is at home, and we're trying to make things work. So, today's topic, hey Meegs, if you are here, say hello. A couple of comments before I dive in. Number one, if you are here live, say hello. Feel free to like, share, do whatever you feel called to do with this video. If you are not a member of my VIP list, I promise you are going to want to be, because I've got a free gift that I'm going to be sending out later this week, and I'm going to be talking a bit more about that later this week. But please say hello. Hey, Meegs. Okay, so I want to dive in, and I want to talk about struggle and mindset. And I'm going to just be honest and completely real with you. The reason I'm talking about this, there are a couple of reasons. Number one is that if you have heard or seen or read any of my stuff lately, you know that I've been going through it. Life stuff happens. Life stuff is happening. It is happening for all of us. And the last 3 weeks have been crunchy, bumpy, a bit of a struggle, right? And not that we need to compare struggles, but my struggle pales in comparison to a lot of what people are going through right now. I'm also talking about this because I have been getting comments and messages from current clients who are going through a struggle as well, right? Personally, professionally, in relationships, when it comes to their dreams, like all of these things are happening. And I don't know what's going on cosmically. I follow it enough to be dangerous, but I don't know the specifics of right now. But it's a lot. It is a lot. And in the last couple of weeks, I've talked a little bit about, how important support is for me personally, and how I've seen it transform the lives of my clients, right? How having that support has been paramount, especially going through these moments, right? So if you don't have support, let me first start off by saying, get it. Therapy, mentors, coaches. If you want to talk about working with me, we'll talk a little bit about that. Please reach out, send me a DM. Let's talk about it. But get support. Be open to support. Ask for support. It changes everything, okay? For the better. Let me preface that for the better. So I want to talk about struggle because I got a message from a client this weekend, and I sent her, a message back, and we were talking about struggle. This is also an entire chapter of my book on, like, I'm talking about struggle. And the reason is because when we talk about struggle and we talk about mindset, it's complicated, right? It is complicated. It's not cut and dry. Struggle is not good or bad, even though we seem to think it is, right? This idea that we are going through a struggle and it means something negative about who we are, or what we're thinking, or what we're doing, or what we're doing something wrong. We must not be doing something right. That's flawed thinking. And when you introduce and understand mindset in conjunction with struggle, then you understand that struggle and mindset together are complicated. Okay? So one of the chapters of my book is actually titled The Struggle is Complicated, right? Because we hear so often that the struggle is real. And it 1000% is. It's real because it is your experience. It's real because your emotions about it are real. It's real because it happens for all of us, right? So it is real, and it is necessary. It is purposeful, and it is part of the growth and expansion path. And part of this coaching work, right, is helping you manage those moments of struggle, helping you understand them and give different meaning to them. because they don't mean anything other than the meaning you provide. And what I see a lot is people looking at the struggle, the financial struggle, the relationship struggle, the business struggle, the personal struggle, whatever it is, as I must be doing something wrong. I'm not thinking the right thoughts. The struggle shouldn't be happening. You know, it's supposed to be so easy. Why am I going through this? What am I doing wrong? And I've had clients even say, excuse me, what am I doing wrong? I don't understand. Excuse me, I should know this by now. I shouldn't have this struggle at this point in my journey, right? And it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what kind of life you've lived. It doesn't matter your background. Struggle is part of life. And it's part of life because it does a couple of things, right? It creates the discomfort that we need to make the changes that we need to make in our lives. If you weren't uncomfortable with certain aspects of your life in the struggle, there would be no reason to change it. And that is why a lot of people stay stuck in their old story, because their old story is incredibly comfortable. They don't know any better. They don't know that it can be better. And one of the caveats that I have for my book, for my work, is once you know this stuff, you don't get to unknow it. Once you know it can be better and that you are in charge of that, be careful because you can't unknow that. And what that means is that you are no longer settling for the discomfort that has become so comfortable for you. Okay? So when you have the struggle, it is an indication, it is an opportunity for you to look at that and go, is this how I want this situation to always be? I don't like it. It feels, uncomfortable. It feels itchy. It feels crunchy. It feels really, really uncomfortable. And then the question is, what are you going to do with that? Right? What are you going to choose to do differently? How can you choose to look at this differently? And that, friends, is what changes everything. That is the beginning. That is the tipping point that starts you onto this path of change. And I'm not just talking individually in our lives. I'm talking in families. I'm talking in relationships. I'm talking in, our collective. There would be no reason to change if we weren't wildly uncomfortable. What's the purpose? Right? So that's one thing you need to understand about struggle. The other thing, or another thing that you need to understand about struggle, is that sometimes it comes up in such a way that it gets you tired of your own shit, right? It gets you tired of the same cycles that you've been stuck in. It gets you exhausted from constantly going round and round and round in the same cycles in relationships, in the same cycles with your physical body, in the same cycles with your business, in the same cycles with money. It gets you tired of your own stuff. And you finally have what I call the come to Jesus moment with yourself. And you say, I'm done with this. I'm over it. I've been there. I've done that. I know what this whole scenery looks like because I've been down that path. It's time for me to go a different way. Again, it creates the momentum and that first spark to create a change in your life. For some people, right? Not all people. Some people stay on that path for the long haul. But the struggle is often the very thing that you need just to get sick of your own nonsense, right? To get sick of the same thing playing out over and over again. And again, that is a magical, miraculous moment for so many people. The question is it the moment that things start to change for you? Are those the moments where you decide that you're going to do things differently? Because if you don't, it's going to be the same dance. The same dance. So That's point two, right? That's one of the aspects, the other aspect of struggle. There's another aspect of struggle that a lot of people kind of don't necessarily like, right? Which is that's how we grow. If stuff is always easy, you're not learning anything. You're not evolving. You're not shifting and changing how you think. You're not changing your habits. You're not stepping into a new version of you. You're not shifting your energy. You're not shifting your actions. You're not leveling up. And so when you hear me say that the upheaval, the life upheaval that you are going through leads to your up level, that's why. Because when shit hits the fan in your life, financially, emotionally, physically, in your health, then you are being prepared for that next level, right? You're being prepared to go to that next level. It's an indicator, it's a sign. There's some stuff you got to learn. There's some stuff you got to go through in that. There's some stuff you have to change in your mindset when you're going through the struggle. Okay, so I really want to encourage you to redefine this idea that struggle is bad and wrong, and it means that you are broken and you're doing something wrong. You're not. It's part of our evolutionary process, it's part of your expansion process, it's how you grow. Okay, so that's number one. Now let's talk about the connection with mindset, right? Again, when we have the idea that struggle means we are doing something wrong, it doesn't mean that. Meek says, agreed, support is a complete game changer, 100%, and that struggle is an opportunity, also 100%. It is an opportunity, and it is an opportunity for you to say, yes, I'm going to move through it, or no, I'm going to stay the same, right? Yes, I am willing, I'm tired of this, and I want to change this situation, so I'm going to change it. I'm going to reach out for support. I'm going to take that action that I've been thinking about nonstop for the last however many days, weeks, years, whatever, right? I'm going to do the thing. Or you pull away and you decide that this is it, that the struggle is just as far as you're going to get. It's as good as it gets. It's all that there is. That's not true. And my people, that's you, know and feel that that's not true. And the reason, and here's something I need you to hear, and I said this to a client just this week or last week. The reason the struggle feels so bad, no matter what it is for you, is because there's a deeper part of you that knows that there's something better. I'm going to say that again. The reason struggle feels so bad is because there's a deeper part of you that knows that there's something bigger and better on the other side. And it is up to you to make that decision to do something about it. It is up to you to take that action. It is up to you to follow that nudge. It is up to you to do the thing that's going to get you through that. Mindset is part of it. Support is 100% part of it. Learning, expanding, growing, healing, all of that is part of it. So when we talk about the mindset aspect of struggle, many people think if I'm going through a struggle, it must mean I'm not thinking the right thoughts. And that might be true. That might be part of it, right? But what it really means is that it's time to elevate your thoughts. It's time to transform your thoughts to a higher playing field, because remember, the upheaval leads to the up level, which means you need to up level your mindset as well. The mindset that I have today is so different than the mindset I had starting out. The mindset that I have in a year, 5 years, 10 years, I hope, and I can guarantee, will be wildly different than where I am today, because of the struggle, because of the work, because of what I know and what I practice and what I teach. So if you're thinking the same thoughts that you thought 5 years ago, chances are you're in the same place that you were 5 years ago or somewhere very similar in certain aspects of your life. And if you're seeing a struggle occur in a certain area of your life and it is still occurring in that certain area of your life, mindset is going to be part of that. Okay? The other thing that's going to be part of it, the two other things that I teach that are also part of that, part of this up leveling, is shifting your energy. I have been talking about this, and Meeks, I don't think you and I actually talked a whole lot about this when we worked together, but again, evolution, expansion, your energy, your energetic identity is part of the process. How you show up, how you be, right? The energy that you put out into the world, the energy that you intentionally create and feel is part of your up level. So it's no longer just mindset. It's mindset, it's energy, and of course it's action. Okay? So when you're in the struggle, you have to understand that there are a couple of components that need to start working together so that you can move fully out of that and get to that next level. Do they have to be equal? No. Do they have to be all 100% perfect? Absolutely not. But they're all part of that up level. It's what I teach, it's what I coach on, it's what I'm constantly talking about because it's so powerful. Okay? So, mindset, struggle, the challenge you're going through is all purposeful, it is all important, it is all powerful, but it is also complicated. It's not a one-trick pony. It's not this concept of do this one thing and you'll live happily ever after. No, if someone is feeding you that, they might not be completely there. There's components. You got to learn and understand, and I'm learning it so fully right now that there is an and in there, right? You get to have what you want. You get to create what you want. You get to have a better life. It gets to be easier. Yes, 100% true. Mindset is part of that, 100%. But the struggle is going to be there. Life happens, and you need to understand how to manage your mind, your energy, and your action as you're going through these moments. And that is what I am teaching. That is this next level that I am leaning into and I am teaching right now. Okay? Meek says we did not. Have made many shifts in that and refocus towards energy first, mindset, and more. Oh, so good to hear. Right? So here's my call to action for you today. If you are stuck in your struggle, it's time to get support. Okay? I am filling my last 4 one-on-one spots until October. Between now and August 15th, that's my window. And if this has spoken to you, if you have been in some kind of struggle, and you don't have to be in the struggle to be stuck in it right now to get support, right? I actually think you should get support before you get stuck in the struggle. But if you feel called, this resonates. You feel called, you feel inspired, you feel like, yes, you're shaking your head. This feels like something that you could use, then I want to encourage you to reach out today. Okay? Whenever you're watching this, reach out today. I am only opening 4 spots between now and August 15th. And those people, along with my current clients that I have, will be able to receive support from me while I'm away, having my baby, having time off for that, because I offer something that is a game changer in this coaching process. So if you don't know, yes, we have calls. Those are amazing. But I also provide ongoing support between our sessions, which means you get to reach out through a video messaging app and basically send me a message and say, hey, here's what's going on. Here's the update. I want to celebrate. I need support here. What's going on? And it's like an extra leg of coaching that exists in this app, right? So it allows me to coach you just like I would on a call. It's amazing. It's a game changer. If you sign up and you're one of these 4 people before August 15th or before they sell out, then you're going to have guaranteed access to me through the entire time that I'm off. Now, I'm going to have a couple weeks where I won't be doing that, but you will have access to me. And when I tell you that that is a game changer like none other, that's a game changer, okay? There are a lot of coaches that only coach on those calls. They have no access or very little access between calls, and I don't live like that, okay? So if you're interested, then I want you to, after I finish this video, I'm gonna post a link to my consultation. If I've had some people asking, like, if you've worked with me in the past and you want to do this, you already know that you want to work with me, send me an email or send me a message, and let's talk about like an update of what's going on, and we can, talk about that. We don't have to do the full shebang necessarily in terms of the consultation. But here's the deal. If you're watching this, there's a reason. There's a message, there's a nugget, there's something in it for you. If you're tired of your own stuff, if you've known for a while that it's time to make a change, this is the moment. Trust yourself, okay? Struggle is part of the path, but you don't have to stay stuck there. Struggle is part of your journey, but you're meant to have support with it. Mindset, energy, action are all, it's like the trifecta, right? Are all of the pieces that you need to go to that next level. And I want to help you with that. So if that's of interest to you, I'm going to post the information for you below, the link to book the consultation. I'm also going to post the link to join my email list if you haven't done that. That way you have that information as well, okay? So I hope that this was helpful. Again, I'm telling you, this whole idea of struggle, I think sometimes it gets a bad rap. Like, we think it's such a negative, and I'll add this little note to the end of this. When we go through the struggle and the meaning that you assign to it is, I've done something wrong, I am bad, I'm thinking the wrong thoughts, you stay in the struggle longer. When you make it bad and wrong and negative and all the things, you stay there longer. Because there's an energy of, this is just the way that it is. It's my fault. I should be. There's shame. There's all kinds of mindset stuff that gets wrapped into that story, and you stay there longer. Whereas when you know about mindset and you know how to manage that stuff when you're in it, then you know how to handle it. You know how to process it. You know how to move through it. And that's exactly what I'm here to teach you. Okay? And I'm really good at this. Trust me when I say it is my calling, and I am really good at this. So if this is something you're interested in, like I said, reach out. I'm going to include the link to my calendar below, so make sure you get on that. And Meigs knows that in between call support is a game changer. It is a life changer. And if you feel called, I would love to chat with you. Okay? I would absolutely love to chat with you. So make sure you jump on my calendar. Meek says, yes, you're excellent. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I want to just tell you, I hope you guys are having a great week. I'm still getting over, illness and things, but I'm here because this is what I do. And I love this work so much. So knew I needed to talk about struggle. If it resonates, feel free to reach out. If you know someone that this might be helpful for, feel free to send it to them. And in the meantime, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I will be back Thursday to talk about some other mindset, energy related topics. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Thank you, friends, for watching the replay. Again, if you're watching the replay, please post that below so I know where you came from. All right? Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.